So thank you. This is my 500 subscriber thank you video. Too many thank yous? Maybe, who knows? So I thought I would start with why I created this channel, and when I was fresh out of uni in 2014 as an adult entrant, I actually had devised a plan to start this channel with two of my other friends from university. Now, they never showed up and they were never really particularly interested, if I'm honest, in the first place. And I was a gamer, they weren't. I was still mediocre at games at the time, because a few things hadn't quite clicked on how to aim a mouse. Really, strategy is what I grew up with anyway, so that's what I was doing. And because they're not a part of it and it really is mostly a solo channel, I am probably going to change the name in the not too distant future, maybe to Filmman86, which is just my regular name that I have everywhere, or I might just change it to Jump Button to keep some congruity between viewers, so then they're not like, what's this channel? But yeah, starting in 2014, like, it was a real struggle to get into, like, any sort of minds of people. It was so hard. And after probably a year, I had about 100 subscribers and then gained 50 really slowly after the other, like, 5. It was so hard. It was just not going anywhere. I kept switching between YouTube and Twitch, doing things there. That one I did pretty well. And then a really disappointing thing happened about a gift refund, and it took the wind out of my sails. I lost it. And it was just, I've never really committed ever since to either one. And I am a little disappointed by my lack of conviction. And then not too long ago, I took a break from both. Like, I just went, you know what, Twitch just wasn't working out. And at the time I wasn't really doing YouTube, so I just needed to take a break. And after a while of me on this break, I found that I was playing a lot of automation, and YouTube had just started to, like, about 4 months ago, start showing me automation things, because I started looking up on a couple of bug fixes and stuff like that, going over to BeamNG, and started showing me these things, and I thought, why don't I just do that? Because I was making like a car a day almost for probably about a month. I was really enjoying it and thought, just start content again. But unlike previous times, I wanted to really challenge myself with like a personal challenge and set myself a goal, and that goal was to make 100 videos of automation to BeamNG type things. Now, as you may have noticed, I am about 90-ish currently, so there's not many left. And it would have been over by now if a few unfortunate things hadn't have happened. But I was still able to overcome that and deal with my issues like Pugsley and whatnot, rest in peace. I still miss him quite a lot. But as it came to Christmas, finally, I hit this goal, which 500 subs. Now you think, sure, 1,000 subs, that's kind of a goal that you might set for yourself. But for me, it was 500. Now, that goal was set way before they started setting the limitations on being able to get monetized. I actually have like $4 something owed to me by YouTube. $4.02. But then, yeah, the limitations, as you know, came in 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. So I lost my ability to make money, which, I mean, come on, $4.02, like, who cares? But anyway, that goal, the 500, was set because of a few YouTubers on YouTube, really big ones, namely the biggest, PewDiePie. Now, I went through a phase of watching him, yes, when I started getting into YouTube. He was the one that I looked to, the one that I wanted to emulate, which I have moved on from because we're not really the same kind of person, and that was foolish of me to try to copy him. But he used to do shout-out videos, and in his list of prerequisites you required, I hit all of them, I think, except for one, which was have a minimum of 500 subscribers. And ever since then, that was my goal. Him and a few others, just like, I want to reach this goal to have a point where I could say, I'm big enough that big YouTubers might actually look at me. On a side note, thank you, Rye. I will simp for you. Unfortunately, due to, you know what happened, it's no longer a thing. But that's not going to stop me from wanting to reach that. And yes, on Christmas, I'm gonna keep harping on about this, as almost a Christmas present for me. It was like 5 hours too early. It came, and I want to thank you guys. 500 subscribers is fantastic, and you've helped me reach a goal that I've been trying to reach now for 5 years. In 2015 is when I found out about his thing that he did. So yeah, that was the one that made Jacksepticeye big. And I was like, oh, that's my quick shortcut. And ever since then, I started to realize that there was no quick shortcut. But there was a lot of like, it needs to be luck on YouTube to like help, or timing. If like I had have actually started doing automation BeamNG videos when I first actually bought automation, which is happening around the exact time that they started to do their cross collaboration type thing, I probably would have actually caught the updraft, but I just did it on Twitch and never bothered to get BeamNG at the time. So I can talk about how much of a failure I am some other time. So I should probably talk to you now about what the plans are in the future for this, considering that the 100 videos are coming up soon. I'm not stopping making videos. That's not going to happen, and that's never probably going to happen, because the degree that I did, that was a film degree. I love making videos. Maybe not so much of myself, I would actually rather be a producer, but still, I love making videos. I love telling stories. So you can tell that some of my videos, like the ones that are about the historic cars, those are ones that I kind of cherished because I took you on a bit of a journey of what the history was of these cars, and I enjoyed that a lot. So once I hit that 100 goal, what it's going to be is probably going to be whittled down to 3 a week, because I am killing myself currently. Like, it's a full-time job to release a video a day, and they're not up to the par which I would really like. So we're going to spend a little bit more time focusing on the videos, and I'm going to wind down for a little bit, and then I'm going to try to increase that quality quite a bit. But there's going to be probably a Monday or a Tuesday video, then a Wednesday video, which will probably be some sort of race video, because even though I do a lot of automation and BeamNG, I have always really liked sims. I have always really liked sim races. My favorite growing up was always the original Gran Turismo. Oh my god, it was so good. It combined my want for like growing monetarily and being able to unlock new cars type things with my love of cars and racing. I was rubbish because I was a young kid, but it was amazing. It combined so many different things that no other game had ever put together. Then there was me, and I finally got my first job, and I was able to afford a very used PlayStation 2, and the first game I got was not really compatible because of the save files weren't able to be saved, but I got myself Gran Turismo 2, which was apparently the worst of the bunch. But the reason I wanted it so much is because it came with 2 discs, which meant that there was much more content than what I had thought was previously possible. Now, I think I left that PlayStation 2 on for probably 6 months because I couldn't save, and I would just constantly go back to it and play it. I loved it, even though it was not really good, but I didn't know better. I was probably 15 or 14 at the time. So yeah, I don't have a PlayStation 4 currently, but I am looking to buy one, and I am going to try to adapt my G920. Yeah, that's not the PlayStation version, but there is an adapter. I'm going to try to get that to work. I'm going to try to get a PlayStation 4, and I'm going to try to do that because I'm not going to get a PlayStation 5. I mean, come on. Can anybody that's not a scalper get a PlayStation 5? Honestly? But in the meantime, whilst I'm waiting for a good bargain, I'm probably just going to play a lot of Assetto Corsa. I'm going to try to set up VR to work pretty good, which currently it doesn't work well with OBS, and I'm not sure why. We're going to try to figure that out, and we're going to try to do that. Also, I might get iRacing, but the problem is neither of those games have like very good centralized community like Gran Turismo, which is why I want Gran Turismo Sport. I really do. But on top of getting the console, the game, which is not really much, and maybe having a really laggy connection from my game control steering wheel, which I got set up right here, to my console, it may not be great, but it's what I want to do. Even with the penalty system. Yeah, that's how much I want a good multiplayer experience. So for now, I want to say thank you again. This has been amazing. The next goal is 1 trillion. Wait. There's not even that many people in the world, so maybe let's just go for something a little bit more realistic, like 1,000. How's that sound? Anyway, guys, thank you so much. I keep saying thank you, and I really do mean thank you. 500 has been like a 5-year dream in the works. Like, wow. Goodbye. Probably shouldn't tell him I'm not wearing pants. Okay.